Heather B.
Talk to me, homie.
Yeah, I get people who call me. It's very rare people call me to talk about, the new season of a series.
Yeah.
Right? And I sat up yesterday and talked all day with my brother Shaheem Reed. Salute to Shaheem
Team
Reed.
Shaheem.
All right. And Shaheem talks about this series like it's his real life, bro.
Because Sha from Queens, and it's a Queens thing.
It's a Queens thing.
It's a Queens thing, and you know
50.
them Queens dudes.
Oh, my
yeah,
gosh.
it's different.
And so we're talking about Power Book 3, Season 4, man. That was the trailer. Big round of applause. Raising Kanan, right? Salute to 50 Cent, man. This whole Power series has become a phenomenon over the years. I don't even know how many branches there are now. But one of the things it does is it introduces a lot of great, talented thespians that otherwise may not get the opportunities to play the roles that we see people playing in this series. And one is with us today, man. I want to say salute to him, Heather B.
Yeah.
I think he's a Jersey guy. Is that true?
I think so.
I think he's
I might have
heard that. I
You
might have heard
been
that.
a Jersey guy?
Go
So
Jersey.
Perhaps, potentially.
well, lock your cars because you know what Jersey does, all right? He first came on the scene in 2013 when people started really checking him out on Arrested Development. Took a guest appearance to lead him to a lead role right now in Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. I want to welcome him to the show. The one and only Mekai Curtis is here.
We here.
Finally here.
Good morning. We here.
We here, man.
I love it.
Bro, you were born the year I started working at MTV.
Oh, my gosh. No, he was not.
Wow.
Yeah. 2000.
2000.
Heather, that's the year I started.
New millennium, baby.
No funny shit.
Wow, we just gonna get that out the way. Okay,
We
cool.
got to.
Copy. All right.
Because
all right.
Sway was just started working at MTV in 2000. I remember filling out loan applications to buy a house for a bank.
Wow.
From the bank. That's what I was grown in 2000.
Wow. And look at this guy now,
Oh,
man.
my God.
And it must be really ironic for you because, first of all, congratulations on all your success.
Yes.
You know, Amari,
Yes.
Hardwick is one of our good friends.
Our brother.
That's our brother. And when he got the role as Ghost, that really catapulted his career, right? And we saw his trajectory since. So this series can help make stars, but you got to step up to the plate.
Absolutely.
Right? And I know it's kind of semi-autobiographical about 50 Cent and his uprise, and it's taking place in Queens at a time when he was coming up. But the way you portray Kanan, man, I want to give you a round of applause. I know you've been recognized,
Yes,
for your gifts. I know you receive accolades for your gifts, man. I just want to know, someone who was born in the year 2000.
Damn.
What does it feel like?
Damn.
Damn.
What does it feel like, man? You're on every major platform. People know your name now. I'm sure they recognize you're a handsome man, bro. It translates in person. So the Glam Squad, it has nothing to do with what we see today. What is it like living your dream right now, bro?
It's a dream, man. It's a blessing. I wake up every day, I put one foot in front of the other, and I get to, share what I've been put here to share. You know what I mean? And that's through the different avenues. That's through Kanan. That's through any other role I take on. That's through the music. That's through just having a conversation, just vibing out, and running into people that I really rock with and respect.
What's your regiment, man? Because when you get into the public eye, man, you kind of gotta filter out all the energy that come your way.
Oh yeah.
Man. Do you have a regiment now of what kind of people you let in your inner circle as opposed to not? Do you have to stay away because you're in that spotlight now?
It's not even a spotlight thing. I think whenever you value your peace as a person, as an individual, your inner circle will reflect that. And I think this is no exception to that. I run into like minds. I run into similar hearts and similar spirits.
Okay.
And I just, again, like we were talking about earlier, I try to just stay alert and aware of those things so I can be grateful for it in that moment and hopefully keep that same sort of thing going.
A lot of folks in your age group did what we didn't do, went to therapy and have been through therapy. And so when I hear someone your age speak like that, I'm thinking, wow, how grounded this young man is.
For sure.
Was therapy ever a part of your process?
I think therapy looks different for different people.
Okay.
I think some people can, I think professional help does help. I think it can give you the pieces to compartmentalize and be able to, cycle through thoughts and understand that emotions or feelings aren't always facts. Emotions are real. That's part of my job is being emotional and vulnerable. But therapy is shit stuff like therapy therapy stuff like it's like barbershop talks. It's sitting down with aunts and uncles and whoever is in your inner circle. You know what I mean? Just bouncing that sort of stuff off of them and getting multiple perspectives and it's taking inventory of everything that's going on and how you feeling about it and moving forward with that.
See, that's what I'm saying, Heather. When we was 25, we didn't even know terminology like that.
Honestly, it's all in access, right? Like I think that information has always been there for us and everybody, but I think going back to the digital age and just how much people are able to find the knowledge on your phone at this point. I mean, it's there now, so it's like, and we have the platforms where people are starting to share that even more. So that's really where it's at, man. You know what I mean? Like you just have other people around that kind of push it and inspire. That's for the frequency. That's for the vibe, really.
I like that. Mekai Curtis is here. Look, did the late guy arrive? He arrived. My man London Brown.
Oh, the legend's in the building.
Look at the legend. The legend. Look out. There he goes. There he goes.
See, nah.
Look how he walked in the room.
He rocked in the room
like a red carpet.
Nah,
look at him, man.
I ain't even.
Look at him,
interview.
man.
I don't even need to be here no more,
man. Where you at, man? Where you at, man? Come on, man. Let me get a pound, man. Come on, man. Come on, pause. You know what that means. You know what I mean, man.
Oh my gosh.
What up? Come on, what we doing, man? Come on, man. How you doing, loved one? Come on, man. Have a seat, man. Well, thank you for making it, London. We really appreciate you,
London
man.
Brown is
London
in the
Brown
building.
is here.
London
Come
Brown.
on,
I knew he was gonna show up, man. I knew he was gonna show up.
Why wouldn't you think I wouldn't show up, man?
Shut up.
I tried, bro. I was trying to rush out the house early to like, man. Look, we here.
We
here.
Yo, London, welcome to the show, man.
Man, I ain't got nothing to say.
Go and throw the cans on you here to hear the whole production.
Bro, this guy came in with a whole man. That cologne is loud, bro. What is that? It smells good. What is that, bro?
Some stuff. I make my own.
Okay.
Low key, I low key make this, so it's a little. I'm sorry.
You sell it on the side? Or is that?
My pores open is why you smell it. I'm sorry.
My pores are.
Who said this?
That's Tracy G.
Look straight ahead. Look straight ahead.
She in New York right now.
Shut up! It's the truth. Be quiet. In the name of Jesus, be quiet.
Smelling his
Not
body
in the name of
chemistry.
Jesus.
Look, hold on, wait. Look, Mekai. I make money jacket.
Look at
this.
it, man.
Money green, baby.
man.
Money green. You already go on.
But you see the nice tint in the pants though too.
Come
like
on,
it
man.
ain't. Yeah, I see what
it's
you did.
layers.
It's layers.
It's
of-
flavors.
Yeah,
It's-
man. I like it. I like it. I
Textures.
like
You
it.
tell a story.
Yes.
Hey, was Mekai like this when y'all first met?
No. When I first met him, he was wearing sweats and Keds.
I still wear my sweats.
He had no
It's
sideburns.
crazy. Yeah.
No. He to go into this, bro has always been he's been great, man.
Yeah.
As a lead of the show, bro was humble, prepared, professional, super cool. That's because I've been seeing all these I repost when people watch the show and because I haven't watched the show officially. I need to sit down and watch the show. But I know what's going on because of people repost. And people ask me all the time, hey, how's it working with the cast? Humbly, this brother, man, not only has he grown within the show as an age and as an actor, but I mean, man, if I had to, I have no problem serving my space as him as the lead.
Okay.
Oh man, bro is great.
He killing it, right?
Bro is great.
Yeah.
He just as a person. And
Yeah.
on the show, that's dope too.
Okay.
As a person.
Is that rare though? I mean, the way you say it, like when not everybody's great on the set, right?
Sometimes you run into those people. Don't look the lead in the eye,
Oh my gosh.
bro.
Still
It get
happens.
weird.
Yeah,
It gets weird. This guy, man, he's a stand-up guy. I really, because he obviously on the show he plays my nephew. But I see him as not to son him, You know, because I'm older than him, not the son of him by no means.
You're bringing the age up again. God,
nah, man, you know, because we impressed by you.
Yeah.
I'm messing with y'all. I'm messing with y'all. I
It's a
think that
beautiful
is
thing.
as
the
a,
biggest
as a
compliment.
real thing, man. I'm like, bro, bro is good in here,
Yeah.
and that's what I liked about, and not to take over.
That's all love.
But that's the thing about this cast that made it so dope, because everybody, you know, cool. You know, this is a good guy, bro.
Yeah.
It's a good guy. And I've said it to you before, but you know, because I call you and all that stuff. Man, I appreciate you, bro. You've been a great lead without no attitude, no
Nothing.
ego, no weirdness.
Yeah.
And that's what I check for when working on a project is, or with anything, with people in life. I go into a room, I say, who feels weird? Now I ain't nobody.
Yeah.
Under what God is, I'm nobody. But I'm saying when I walk into a room, I'm always checking to see who gonna act, who got some sort of thing. Here he come. And I ain't nobody. I'm nobody to what God is.
Yeah.
This brother, man, Mekai is solid.
For real.
Man.
Yeah.
Mekai is solid. And
Aw.
Patina and Haley, we got some solid cast.
I got some solid people, man. It get weird in my room right here, London. So
I'm-
sometimes
I
certain
already
things
know.
would happen you can't do.
I gave him a hug. I gave him right.
Yes.
I said,
But
Yes, you
I
did,
can't
sister.
hug you.
no, you can't. You at my house every day, bruh. Like, what you want? Like, it's no more hugging for him. But I agree.
You reach a point. I get it. I understand. You know, it happens.
I agree with London, though. I want to say, so, all right, this was one of those nights for me. I was out partying in New York City, lit, drunk. It was open bar. And I see Mekai there. But I'm so drunk, I got my dates confused.
Right.
Now, I see Power Book on our calendar for the cast. So I see Mekai. I'm like, yo, you coming to the show tomorrow? Yeah, I know. You don't even remember.
Clearly, we was both partying.
Coming to the show tomorrow. I just want to welcome you early. Oh, we fans of the show. It's going to be lit. Yo, I get to work, and it's the other cat. It's Power Book 2. It's
Oh,
Tariq.
was that Michael?
it's the next kid. Yeah, it's Tariq and
Tariq.
everybody
Oh, yeah.
else.
Right.
They're
Right.
coming to the show. I was like, oh my gosh, if I ever run into Mekai again, he's gonna be like, who the hell was that drunk girl lady? There, it was Patti LaBelle's 80th birthday party.
Oh wow.
Whoa,
that,
okay.
yeah.
So you said that now it's coming back. Now yeah, that was a good time. That was a fun
yeah,
night.
Oh, you was there.
I was there. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so I thought she was so drunk.
This
that
is
she
still a
thought-
little hazy, but I was there for.
It was open, yo, London. It was like
Patty
open.
know how to throw a party.
She
Yeah.
knew how to
Oh,
throw a party, and
Was that the
we
one Gladys Knight was that?
Gladys Knight, everybody was
Yeah,
there.
wait,
Sway was
shout
there.
out to Gladys. I heard she was under.
Had the flu or COVID or something. Yeah.
Shout out to peace be upon Gladys.
Absolutely.
You know, as far as her health and all that good stuff. So wow,
Yeah.
I thought
But he
she
was
so
nice,
lit that-
though.
This one?
He was still so
Okay.
nice. Like, that was the thing, because people walk up, a lot of people were crowding you. Everybody was just really happy to see you. And I just watched him gracefully, take pictures and do everything. It was just beautiful. I think I even asked for a picture. Like, I was tore up, but I remembered how nice you were, and got to work 2 days later, and I was like, oh shit, that was where he at? That wasn't the cast.
That wasn't the cast, man.
That wasn't who I was talking to
That's
the other night.
who
Wait,
I was talking to.
Crazy,
But
man.
you
We
know
got
what,
him
the
here
cast
today,
was-
Heather B.
for
Give him
today.
a round of applause.
Yep.
Mekai Curtis, the real one, and London
Don't do
Brown.
that.
That's it.
Brown here, you had the real.
Yo, you do radio, right? Or you done radio?
No, I'm gonna tell you where my real London Brown Instagram came from is because I was at one point I was touring with Chris Tucker. Shout out to Chris Tucker.
Yo, shout out to Chris. I
Shout
just
out
saw him
to
at the
him.
airport last week, bro.
That's my guy.
Yeah. I always see Chris.
So shout out to Chris Tucker, and I remember at the time when Instagram, this was early Instagram, and I was trying. I didn't have an Instagram, so I was trying to figure out what my name was going to be. So he had Real C Tucker, so I just went with Real London Brown.
Okay.
And I was touring with him, and that's where that came from. But also in the manifestation space, I was like, I knew some fake accounts were going to come about as I continue to ascend, so I went with Real London Brown. So anyway, shout out to Chris Tucker. That's my guy, man.
Where would you, Chris? Man, when I see Chris, he ain't one of those people that you got to turn away, not look in the eye. You know what I mean? Like that brought up. You know, he does nothing weird about Chris, man. He's probably one of the most approachable people. I don't hear his name enough in the greatest category. You know, when people say, when they talk about stand up and comedians and actors or comedians who are also actors, where would you place in your book Chris Tucker?
For me, I remember early on, I remember in high school, I liked how Chris Tucker's career went as far as being a stand-up and then ascending to film.
Yeah.
You know, and then, but you know, just being able to work with him. I was in the club. Shout out to D. Ray Davis. Out of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the Improv. I'm not even up this night. So I'm in the club supporting my friend. Shout out to Brandon Lewis. I'm supporting my friend from Atlanta, Cobb County, and Chris Tucker shows up to work out. D-Ray says, hey, yo, Chris is on stage. Have you seen London? Chris says, I ain't seen nobody. What you talking about? You know, the whole thing. So D-Ray's, you know, he asked me, I'm sorry, Chris was on stage. D-Ray asked me off to the side. He said, man, has he seen your set? I said, nah, he's seen, you know, me. I met him once at the Savoy. This is L.A. and Manchester. I'm a real L.A. guy. So if you know L.A., then that's where that is. Anyway, long story short, D-Ray says, hey, Chris, you need to check out London. D-Ray grabs me by the shoulders, pushes me on stage.
Wow.
Chris allows me to do a quick 5 minutes of my little shtick, and we exchanged numbers. I didn't hear from him for about a month, and then he gives me a call and said, hey, you know, basically, long story short, he called around, checked on my energy, see if my vibe was right and whatever my funny was, and he allowed me to get on the tour with him, and I toured with him. I think for 3 years. We went to Canada and everywhere. Anyway,
wow.
Peace to Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker, but the thing that he did bestow upon me was stay humble, keep God first, and stay focused.
There you go.
And he that still resonates in my brain. Just to stay focused, keep God first, and stay humble. Bro is. Just because you don't see Chris don't mean Chris ain't working. Oh, man, Chris stay working. Chris know everybody.
Yeah, man.
He know everybody. He stayed working, and trust me, he ain't broke.
Chris was getting $20 million a shot.
He ain't broke.
Boy, yeah.
Because I remember even he joked about it on stage about the taxes, and I remember there's some news about him in the tax. Chris is good. Yeah. Chris is good. Chris is good. Shout out to Chris, man. I don't want to go into all that, but Chris is good.
Shout out to Chris Tucker, man. I just wanted to make sure we put light on him. Mekai Curtis, I'm curious has there been a Chris Tucker figure in your life that gave you a break, or would that be 50?
I was about to say, I think that's Mr. 50 Cent.
The 50 Cent round of applause.
I think it's.
I see him with. I be looking. I said, what is over there? What's going? Mekai with 50 everywhere. They be at the games. They be at the games, be at the parties. They be at the North Pole. I be like, pause.
North
But
Pole.
I be like, it be at I'm like, him and 50 be with Santa Claus.
Yo,
50 Mekai be hanging.
Yo, you play drums, right?
Yes, sir.
You went on the road with him, right?
Did you play? It wasn't on the road. I played when he did "Strength of a Woman" with Mary J. At Barclays. He had me come out and play a quick little 1-2 with him. That was kind of cool. That was fun. Yeah. I'm underselling that like shit. It was
man,
fun.
Come on, dog. This is it, man. Celebrate yourself, brother. It's time, man.
You're right. I'm gonna remind you next time too. Okay, I got you. Okay, cool.
Okay. What was that like playing with 50?
Come on, man. I mean, that's another dream right there, man.
I'm gonna talk him up. Bro got chops. You know,
I do a little something or whatever. You know what I mean? I've been playing drums and music a little longer than I've been acting. So I guess I'm kind of nice.
You're nice with it, right?
Some.
Okay, I like this, man. Give it up for Mekai Curtis. Man.
Absolutely.
Your story arch with Kanan. I was curious because I look at the Kanan story arc, of how now he's coming to his own. Buttonhead with his moms, but now he's coming to his own. He's getting the ladies, getting the power is growing. And I look at you as an actor, you coming into your own now, getting lead roles, and got probably a lot of people after you. Do you see the similarities?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Because Kanan is totally no. I truthfully in trajectory, yeah, you know what I mean, in establishing who you are as an individual in the world, as you wake up every day and pick up more information. I think that's a lot of the stuff that Mekai does, and he starts to apply it the same way that Kanan does. You know what I mean? Every day he's getting answers to questions about the world around him, about the stuff that his mother has kind of built for him to follow and learn and understand. And as he gets the actual answers to that, he builds his own reality, his own world, his own truth, and his own identity with those sort of things. You know what I mean? That's the similarity I see.
That's what's happening for you right now.
Yeah, man.
Right? Yeah.
I think that's truthfully just the story of anybody growing up, anybody experiencing life. The show it's a family drama, so you're seeing just a family deal with everyday occurrences. It just so happens that their occurrences in their life takes place in 90s Southside Jamaica, Queens, and we know how gritty, grimy, grungy that time was, and that's really all you see in here is just how a mother protects her son, how a son protects his mother, how his uncles...
Crazy uncle.
I mean, the whole family crazy thing when you think about it, but how his uncles also play into that, and how, this whole world, this nucleus that Raquel, as the matriarch of the family, has built, and what, the soldiers around her are willing to do to uphold that.
Yeah, man. I love it, man. We got Fat Boy on the line from Florida, man. Say what's up to London. Say what's up to Mekai, Fat Boy.
Hey,
That's
Fat
your name?
Boy.
Yeah, this Fat
good?
Boy.
What's good?
Man, we just spoke plenty of time, Sway.
Oh, Fat Boy. Okay. All right. What up, Fat Boy?
What's going on, man? First, I want to say peace and blessings to all y'all, man. Big ups to everything you guys do, on and off screen.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Who you got a question for?
I have no question. I just want to give props to all y'all for everything, man. I'm a real big avid watcher of TV, but there's very few shows that I get involved in. And your guys' show, I get involved. When I say it's very few shows that get people in their emotions, and your show does that for me, for my wife, and everybody else I talk to about it after the shows. You leave edge hangers. You literally have us waiting for the next episode, next season. I really don't sign up for stars until y'all come back on.
Damn.
That's a fact.
That's crazy.
That's a fact, though.
Yo.
He sound like my mom. I gotta cut my mama cable on just for the stars, and then it'd be off again.
Yep.
Hey, man, that's love, big dog. We appreciate it.
Absolutely,
That's
man.
what we do it for. You said, you get in the emotions, getting that bag. That's what we do it for. We wear it so y'all can wear it too.
And thanks for on a basic level, man. Thanks for keeping us employed, man.
Word.
That's what's
Hey,
up.
yeah,
Word.
man. Listen, y'all. Thanks for keeping us entertained. Thanks for showing the realness in what goes on in everyday family dramatics. I know everybody's family ain't involved in the dope game, but everybody has issues and problems.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Like the relationship between Marvin, Juke, and you know what I mean. Just hey, y'all killing it, bro. Y'all killing the game. And shout out to 50 for giving everybody props and the way to shine.
Word up, man.
All
I
right,
appreciate you.
All right,
dog.
Fat Boy. I appreciate you, man. Give it up for Fat Boy. 888-742-3345. Lundy, you worked with The Rock, too, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Dwayne Johnson. Had a chance to do a series called Ballers. HBO, man.
This dude said it like nobody know
Hey,
it.
you know, I had a
hear that
chance
to
to do a little series called Ballers.
Listen, I don't assume people.
Are you kidding me, bro?
This is what it is, man. Here's a real thought. I'm from South Central LA, right? I went to Washington High School. Real, just regular. Worked in the after school program. I remember having $28 in my account. So when I get a call, shout out to Chris Spencer. I get a call from Chris Spencer telling me, "Hey man, have you auditioned for Ballers?" I said, "No, hey, they looking for you. They trying to." I was on my brother's room on his floor, drained, just from working and trying to live life.
Mm-hmm.
I get a call to audition. Let me tell you how good God is, and I don't want to go there for the people that don't go there, but for those who know.
Yeah.
I'll get a call. They say, "Hey man, do this audition. I ain't got no agent. I ain't got no manager. I'm just we curse on here.
Yeah, man, do your thing, man.
I'm just some nigga on my brother's floor. Let me do the clean version. So for the clips,
Yeah. Well,
let me keep it cool. I'm some brother on my brother's floor.
Give you the radio edit, boy.
I know. I got to do this for the sound bites. Pause. So I do the audition. I drive to Santa Monica. I do the audition. And then I get a call back. I do like 7 callbacks. And then after like 2 months, it was 7 callbacks, and then like 2 months it just got quiet. I'm working in the after school program. At the time, my sister is my boss. Shout out to Asia. And then I get a call. I'm in the gym. They say, "Hey man, want to let you know we would like you for the part. Also want to make you a lead." I said, "Man, thank you." He said, "Are you excited?" I said, "Yeah, man. This is my version of excited, which was this tone here,
right? Yeah."
He said, "You have any kids or obligations here?" I said, "Man, all I got is some hats. I ain't got no kids." And I took my hat and my couple pair of shoes, and I go to Miami. But the God thing in this, because I don't want to. It's not about me. I don't want to be self-aggrandizing. But the cool thing about that was, I tell actors, aspiring actors, sometimes you feel like it has to be a certain particular thing. And that's why God tells us to, sometimes we need to have this childlike faith, which is when children ask you for things, they ask their parents to say, "Hey, I want a bike." They're not worrying about how many hours the mom got to work, how it's going to fit in the car. They just say, "I want a bike," and they expect a bike. And I think sometimes as adults, we forget to just believe in that sort of thing, which is, man, I was taking some free acting classes, improv classes off of La Brea and Sunset. When I tell you free, I mean just free. free. Shout out, I don't know who he was, the white man was, but I was in these classes. I found out from my comedian friends. I was working the clubs at the time. But the point is just I was moving in anticipation. So the whole story, that's why I know how God set that up, man. He purposely made sure he removed everybody, including Chris Tucker. No negativity. But meaning he wanted to make sure that I didn't give no props to nobody about how I got that project.
Yeah.
That was strictly God.
Wow.
He was so beneficent to just do that for me, where he said, "All right, you know what? I'm gonna make sure he's not on tour. He got $28 in his account. He working these comedy clubs for free, and he's staying in everything I own was in my mother's garage and in my trunk." So when I got that part, that's the first half of it.
Yeah.
Just getting it without the agent and all of that stuff. The next part, tying this back to your question about Dwayne and the whole situation. Season 1, all my scenes were across Dwayne, playing across from Dwayne Johnson.
Wow.
So even if you didn't know who I was, you had to see who I was, because I was playing across Dwayne Johnson.
Come on, man.
Look at
God.
I know he was rooting you on.
Man, I'm sorry. I almost get choked up. Pause. Thinking about it because, and I gotta.
You ain't got to pause.
No,
here, bro.
I gotta do it.
We're adult.
But I'm just saying, all my scenes were playing with Dwayne Johnson. So I was supposed to be a 1 episode, 2 episode idea. Best friend.
Yeah.
End up not only being in all 5 seasons, but my first seasons I played across from Dwayne. So he was the pro and I was the antagonist. So it just the way it laid out, I always try to tell actors and people, I say, man, sometimes, man, just make sure you're ready for what it is. Because sometimes, and I want to be verbose about this, but sometimes, people the big thing now is to manifest, vision boards and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But sometimes people don't get what it is that they're manifesting or praying for, because there's some character things that got to be developed so that they can handle the thing that they're asking for.
You keep nodding. You feeling that?
Come on.
Mekai?
He in here preaching. I know he wasn't
on.
going there.
I know he get it because that's why he's blessed.
Yeah.
Because Mekai, we couldn't have had a better lead.
Yeah.
This brother, man, I've seen him in photos with lots of other people who also have names, and there's a different sort of light. On my bro. Bro, the other people, they all got names. I've seen them in different events. I've seen them courtside, and I've seen them at the parties and social events. Bro got a special light. Yeah. I'm not surprised that he led the show the way that he did with the kind of character that he did. People ask how the energy of the show. It's a reflection of our star. Yeah. Now, granted, Rock is the lead of the show. As far as she's the one, but he's the one too. Yeah. You know, so I always give them their flowers. Shout out to Patina Miller.
Patina Miller.
Rock.
Exceptional actress.
Shout out to bro.
Yeah.
Exceptional.
Shout out to the bro.
Yeah.
We got some great people.
Yeah.
That I'm humbly work with some great cats, man.
Yeah.
So going off into that, but back into this, pause. You know, when I think about coming from that show, just to be able to go from one hit show to go right into Kanan, because my agency, they hit me with the phone. And it is the small part. So after Ballers ended, 2019, I get this call. Hey, London, how's it going? I say, yo, everything's cool, man. I'm thinking they really are concerned. Yeah, I say, hey, man, you know, everything's gone. I'm working the clubs, and they say, yeah, nice. Hey, listen, we kind of feel, you know, it's a lot going on for you. Probably we need to, you know, long story short, we need to part ways.
Oh, wow.
Now, mind you, after the first season, I connected with my manager. Shout out to Shauna. Shout out to Shauna. So my point is that afterwards, I parted ways with the agency.
They stopped believing.
They stopped believing.
They stopped
the work
believing.
And they're a big agency. Yeah. I don't want to say no names. The big agency.
Yeah.
Top two. He said, you know, hey, we just need to, you know, it might be too large of an agency for you. My manager said at the time, she said, hey, don't worry about it. Things gonna fall in. I'm gonna stick with you. Things gonna fall in place. I ended up shooting some film. I think Tales from the Hood 3 or something, and Tales from the 3, and then Robbie Reed called me. Shout out to Robbie Reed. Peace, oh man, peace and
Robbie
blessings to
Reed,
Robbie Reed.
Right, casting agents, right?
Yeah. Got a lot of love for Robbie Reed. So I play Bootsy Collins. So I do a little bit of music. So I learned the music stuff on the bass, and I go shoot and do that. And then I met with my agent, my new agent, Jason, and you know, we connected, and he sent me, says, hey man, I got this project called Raising Kanan. I didn't know Raising Kanan. I didn't even know I was part of the Power universe. Yeah. Until after the pandemic. Because I saw that Power was finishing. Yeah. And I remember being in New York for some press or something, and I saw the billboards saying that Power was done. Yeah. I didn't know I was a part of the thing, the situation. I was like, okay, Raising Kanan. I'm like, okay, read the sides and let me book some work, you know? And then it landed out. And wow. I ended up working with this incredible guy.
I love your story, man. Give it up for London Brown, man.
It's a testimony.
It is. Tracy G, you want to jump in?
Yeah. Let me tell y'all a little secret. We've had so many of your peers from all the other iterations of Power on the show.
Every one of them.
And I love it. I am hooked in the Power universe. Raising Kanan is my favorite.
I'll fave.
I'm not saying that just because
taste.
you guys are good. And I think it comes down to it's a very spicy family dynamic, like y'all said. And, you know, Mekai, who plays Kanan, London, who plays Marv, it's interesting because you guys have such stark transformations, but they're so different. Like, Kanan starts off very wide-eyed, warm-hearted, and then we see him warping into someone who's narrow-minded and cold-blooded. And then on the flip end, you see Marv, who starts off very reckless and hot-headed, and now he's someone that, is practicing what he's learned in therapy and is trying to gain accountability. But what your characters both have in common, one of the things is wrestling with forgiveness. I would say Kanan forgiving his mom, and then Marv on the side of wanting to receive forgiveness from his daughter. If there was someone out there who watches Power and is having challenges with forgiving a family member, maybe specifically a parent, from what you've learned from both of y'all characters, what would you share with that person? Maybe starting with you, Mekai.
Forgive yourself first. So you can learn how all of the things affected you, and you can learn to give whatever that grace is to whoever you're trying to forgive. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean forget. Definitely don't mean forget. But you have to get to a space of not torturing yourself to the point of like trying to make somebody else feel it for real. That's at least what I've learned. You know what I mean? I think that kind of is what Kanan is doing. As he's learning more about himself, he's also learning and understanding what he's around and adapting to it, adjusting, and just moving accordingly. That's really what it is. Forgive yourself first.
What
I
about
want him
you?
to answer that in his Kanan voice.
You need to go home and watch TV, bro. Like, just go watch this shit on TV.
I just wanted to. I was
what's the matter
hoping that
with
shit
him?
came out.
Let me tell you like this. You got to learn to forgive yourself first.
That's perfect. I'm dead. What about you, London?
No, say this. I forget all of that right here. I think that that's why I'm so glad that. Shout out to Sasha Penn.
Word up. The Penn. Sasha, the Penn.
The Penn.
Come on,
Right.
man.
What? That's a great. I
You know
like.
what I'm saying? That's my nickname for him since season 1, boy.
That's dope, man. Sasha the Penn and the team of writers. I'm so glad that they not only did they arc the show, because sometimes blessingly we've been having our seasons, but sometimes the show. The writing can do a weird thing after 2 seasons. They want to go someplace different.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad. I'm telling you, man. As they wrote this show, and it just gets better and better, and they keep
Facts.
diving into these characters. So that is to say that with Marvin and all these characters, with Kanan and so forth, we get to see them go someplace different from season 1. In season 1, there's a scene where Marvin, the stash house is being, is being approached, and when I go in there to defend to protect the stash house and look out for my nephew, Marvin looks out for his nephew. There's a scene where Marvin takes out the intruders, and we see Kanan, vomiting because he can't even handle the sight of gunshot and blood and so forth. But when you see the way that Kanan's character arcs, he becomes low key a Marvin. He internalizes and there's no fear. There's no fear in what was going on, and even Marvin, people thought he was just a guy. Reckless and eating snacks. I understand that. But when you get into, as you continue to follow the story, you realize that these characters are real people.
Yeah.
They're not just, he's not just some character. We aren't just some characters, a nephew and an uncle that's eating and a nephew that's just roaming around in the streets and because people ask me all the time, I say, man, why the show has started off slow. What's going on? Even with this season, it's got to start off slow. I said that's called good writing.
Yeah,
we got to bring y'all along so that had we came out the gate, shoot 'em up, bang bang, and car crash. We gotta slow it down, so people become invested into the lives of these characters.
It's true.
So that when Kanan or when Marvin. At season 1, people were just really bothered with Marvin and that sort of thing. And I said, hold on. They said, man, we can't. Why these dudes like this? And then by the time as our characters develop, you say, man, because everybody's asking me like, man, I don't really see. I don't see Kanan in them. I said, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait.
Let it breathe.
As human beings, as human
Yeah.
beings, as you understand human beings, the people that are in jail, they didn't start off as criminals or as whatever that ended having them end up in jail. They didn't start off that way. At one point, they was 5 years old. At one point, they was living in the projects or they was going to school. Life and our experiences develop us into who we become. Yeah. And so when the audience watch these characters and they see this transition of Marvin becoming somebody, say, man, you know what? He does snack a lot. I understand that. But you say, oh shoot, you know what? He really does care about his daughter. He really does. He got the therapy. We see Mekai. He was an innocent kid at first. Marvin was like, hey, come do this run with me. I said, hey man, don't worry about it. Hey, listen, tell your mom, don't worry about that. And we see by the time y'all get to in season 4, you start to see forget season 4, season 3. Yeah. You start to see Kanan. He calling shots. Yeah. It's character development and story development. So anyway, I get excited about this.
No, as you should, man. Round of applause. I love y'all passion about this show. And shout out to Joey Badass, man. When people thought he was gonna be, wasn't gonna be on the show. I remember that. Like the public was like, wait a minute.
Got mad, right?
Yeah. Social outrage for sure.
For sure.
I love how Joey kept it going though. Like during the Fashion Week, like, how does it? Were you mad reading it? He's like, man, it is what it is.
It is business.
I had to go do some touring, and it worked out so perfectly. We had, I love that about it. It was great. It was great.
It was dope, right? What do you rank Joey as an MC?
Oh, come on. Joey's up there, dog. Yeah. Joey spits bars.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joey and that song he had with Chris Brown. It's one of my favorite songs off his album. I think I forget what the album is. One of his latest albums. I text him and I said, yo, man, I love this. He makes some good records, man.
No, Joey Badass. And he's a tremendous actor, too, man. That transition was great. Fellas, we running out of time, but
damn, we having fun over here.
We'll take another call, man. Damn it, G-Man in the Bronx, man. What you want to say?
G-Man.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, man.
I just wanted to say that I watch all the Power shows. London Brown, I've seen you on that. I forgot the name of it on HBO.
Ballers.
Ball Agent with Dwayne. Yeah, man, that was a great show, and your acting. I just want to tell both of you guys, your acting is extraordinary, man. I had to call in and let you know, man.
Thanks, bro.
You guys play. Your parts are good, and the way Mekai just did it right now when he answered that question about how he changed his voice into the voice of the character. It was amazing, man. I love you guys. You guys are great.
That's love,
G. Hey, G, man, thank you for your call, man. Salute the Stars, too, man. That's the best thing going for Stars, believe it or not. And make sure you give 50 what he wants. But I look at his trajectory, where he was, when we talk about his life and who he's become. That's applaudable, what he's been
and what he's been able to do moving forward. I mean, come on, building his own shit.
And the opportunity he's given all of you and all of those who've come under this brand and the other things that he's done. But salute to you guys, proud of you, man. I just look at y'all. Forgive me for just I seen you in Disney.
Y'all look like y'all could be
you're
related.
a murderer.
I know, right? That's why they put us on the show together.
Yeah.
I remember when we first did our camera test, day one. Everybody was like, "Damn, this came together better than we thought."
Yeah.
You understand? I didn't meet him until I was on set, because usually before we do a chemistry test, so we just met and it clicked. So that's why it's so important for people to understand that if we're playing college students day one that didn't know each other, the awkwardness could play on.
Yeah.
But we had to be family.
Sitting at that table.
So it was important for us. Whatever y'all saw, we was real cool with each other, because that was the truth. Whatever you saw was the truth.
Yeah, from day one.
Yeah, man.
From day one?
Day one.
That's what's
man.
up, man.
Day one, man.
Man, give it up for Mekai Curtis and London Brown, man. These guys are super talented. Season 4 is here, man. Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Make sure you get up on it if you
Stars,
ain't on it.
get that app.
Get that app for at least for the series.